Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today, oh my goodness, there is so many things to talk about and say. First, new room. Yes, we moved to a new house. This is the streaming room. It's the first time in my life I've been in a streaming room. It was in the bedroom and then the living room, and then we're here, guys. We have a streaming room. Thank you guys for making it all possible over the years with the support. It is crazy. If you guys want to see the new house, follow me on Instagram. I take you guys through the entire house on Instagram stories. That's on a highlight, so you can check it out. Number 2, Shadowlands pre-patch is out. What the heck? What year is it, man? It's crazy. So Shadowlands is here. I got to play around with it yesterday. I want to give you guys, YouTube, my initial thoughts. All right, I get the question, hey Czar, what's the best spec in Shadowlands? All right, this is going to be the video that answers that question, or at least temporarily, because we all know there's going to be 100 buffs and nerfs before the metagame actually sets in, okay? So it's not going to be like, oh dude, I'm 100% certain Frost is going to be the best, bro. You know, Frost is going to be the best no matter what. Like, no dude, if tomorrow Blizzard nerfs Frost by 50%, maybe it won't be the best. You know what I'm saying? Hint, hint. But we're going to hop into it and see. So this is gonna be a little candid here. We're just pressing play because I want to show you guys a couple things. All right, a couple cool things here. First thing I want to show you as this loads is the login screen. Look at that login screen, guys. Look at that. That is unbelievable. This login screen has got to be one of my favorite login screens, which means it's got to be an incredible expansion coming on up here soon. Okay. Second thing, Xaryu, looking a little bit different there, Czar. What's going on, Czar? I don't know what's happening, but you're looking a little different. Yes, so you can go male or female instantly in-game with like five gold, or like 50 gold maybe. Alright, maybe like 50 gold, and you can instantly go male or female. By the way, everything behind me, guys, is not set up yet. We just moved in like this week to the new house, so we have the acoustic panels on the ground. We have the 100K YouTube sub plaque right here, still in the box, haven't hung it up yet. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming from this room or another room. If you guys saw the walkthrough on Instagram, you probably know what I'm talking about, but I'm not 100% sure I'm streaming in this room yet, so I haven't set anything up. But continuing on to this video, so looking beautiful. Rate my Mog at an 8 down below in the comments. This has got to be a 12, okay? Looking fantastic. I want to show you guys some customizations. I actually haven't even logged into any other character yet, but logging into my main character. This video, guys, I want to walk you guys through Frost, Fire, and Arcane. I've played all 3 already, and let you know my general thoughts, what specs I'm going to be playing, and we'll kind of move forward from there, okay? This is going to be a good one. Oh, man. I get the question, hey, Czar, what's going to be the best spec like 30 times a day? So it's going to be great. So we're going to start with Frost because I'm already Frost right now. I think Frost might be one of the best specs, although I think all 3 could be very good. Frost, I think, since I logged out as Frost, is my favorite so far, and I'll tell you guys why. But I do like all 3, and it's hard to tell what's actually gonna be the best. So what I've been running on Frost is this in terms of talents. First of all, I should just say we're level 50 now, squished from 60. Okay, or I squished from 120, and max level is gonna be 60. So we're level 50 now. I want to show you guys so much stuff. Jeez. Okay, so every spec has Arcane Explosion. Okay, for mages. Every spec has Fire Blast. Fire Blast hits for like the same as a non-shattered Ice Lance, so it doesn't hit super hard. Okay, but it's nice. It's really cool to kill a grounding totem. It's really cool to, oh, I'm locked on Frost, but the guy's 1% life. Boom, Fire Blast, right? Is it in your rotation? No, but it's that icing on the top. I love Fire Blast back. And Alter time, we get at level 58, so we don't have Alter quite yet, but we will have it. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We don't have wards. Ice Ward and Fire Ward are actually removed from the beta at some point. So besides that, it's pretty similar. So what I like about Frost right now is how powerful the Shatter combos are hitting. So if I go Lonely Winter, for 25% increased Frostbolt and Flurry damage, I'm actually doing so much damage just in a Frostbolt, Flurry, Ice Lance combo. If you guys haven't seen the changes to Winter's Chill actually gives you 2 charges now. So you can Ice Lance and then Ice Lance again into a Brain Freeze, okay, which is really, really, really cool. I'm trying to see if Winter's Chill has its own tooltip. It doesn't look like it does. It's just part of Brain Freeze, I suppose. But you can Ice Lance and Ice Lance again, or you can Flurry and then Frostbolt into that. So it like so many shatters. So it's fantastic. Since there's 2 shatters on Brain Freeze, I think, I'm not 100% sure yet, going with no Water Elemental and playing with Frostbite for extra Novas might be the play. Keyword might be, guys. Like, I could be wrong here. It's just, I've only played a little bit. Alright, but I'm thinking this might be pretty strong. Shimmer, it got nerfed to 25 seconds, but still solid. Encanners. Okay, number 1 question I'm getting in the streams right now too. Okay, number 1 question is, what's the best spec? Number 2 questions is, bro, have you tried Rune of Power? So Rune of Power is nerfed to 30% in arenas. If you cast Icy Veins, it'll automatically put a Rune of Power at your location. Is that going to be good in arena? Maybe if you pair it with Ice Form, because then you can get the Rune of Power on your Ice Form every 1 minute. The only downfall of Ice Form is that it's on global cooldown. As you can see there, I hit Ice Form and it costed a global cooldown. Ice Form being on global cooldown makes it very difficult to choose because it's a global of doing nothing when you want to burst. So it's like, that's just hard. If they take Ice Form off global cooldown, that changes. That could be way better. We'll see though moving forward. Right now, I've been liking Encanners, which is still nerfed to 15% instead of maxing at 20 in arena. But the way I look at it is, would you rather have an additional 4 to 15% damage, or would you rather all of the time, so 4 to 15% damage all of the time, or would you rather have 30% increased damage some of the time, right? So I don't know. Ultimately, I think Encanners still might be better at like high rated arenas. Now, if you're going for meme one-shots or duels and you're just trying to one-tap your friend, Rune of Power is probably better. So it depends if you're talking about high rated arenas or messing around. I think Rune of Power might be good at high rated arenas too. I don't know. We'll see, but I don't know. I'm playing with Encanners right now. Frozen Touch. Now, the reason I'm playing Frozen Touch, guys, is because Brain Freeze and Ice Lance is everything in this build. So you get 6% more Brain Freeze. So right now, if I'm not Frozen Touch, it's a 30% chance to proc Frostbolt. With Frozen Touch, it's a 36%. All right, so 20% increase on that 30% is an additional 6%, it turns out. And with Fingers of Frost, it goes from 15 to 18. So we get 3% more Fingers of Frost. This seems like a must lock in right now just because of how powerful Brain Freeze and Fingers are. I have not tested Ebon Bolt, to be fair, and a lot of people are saying it's hitting really hard. But Frozen Touch just seems so insane, it's ridiculous. So we'll see. Ring of Frost, auto lock-in. Splitting Ice is really good, but it does break CC. So I think at high-rated arenas, you would actually opt for Comet Storm. Funny enough, just because Splitting Ice breaks, like, if it breaks a poly or a blind, it doesn't matter how good it is. But Splitting Ice, if you're not worried about breaking CC, so if you're playing like Mage Lock, Mage Ellie, Mage Shadow Priest, stuff like that, a lot of the times you can just cleave people down. So Splitting Ice will be a great option in some matchups. Comet Storm if you need to not break CC. And I know what you're thinking, dude, Comet Storm breaks CC if they're stacked. Not really, because you could just not press Comet Storm if you don't want to. Whereas with Ice Lance, you need to press Ice Lance. Like, that's all your damage. So you have to press Ice Lance. So not having Splitting Ice is actually very valuable to not break CC. And that's why Comet Storm might be the pick here at high-rated arenas. And then Ray of Frost, Thermal Void, Glacial Spike. Thermal Void's going to get purged into almost every team. So Icy Vein is longer, doesn't really make sense unless they're running no purge. If a team is running no purge, I would say Thermal Void is better. No purge means no mages, no shamans, no priests, no warlock pets. Like, and pretty much every team has some type of purge. Blood Elves, is Blood Elf a purge still? There's so many different purges, so it's like, I don't know how much use you're going to get out of this. Maybe against like a warrior, Windwalker, Mistweaver that aren't Blood Elf, you could maybe go Thermal Void. Besides that, Ray of Frost is nice. It gives you 2 Fingers of Frost over its duration. It slows the enemy, and you can do really cool things with Ray of Frost. Like if they're running around a pillar, you can channel the Ray. If a hunter is about to deterrence, you can pre-channel the Ray. He deters, but you Ray of Frost through the deterrence because it already started channeling. A lot of really cool abilities you can do, or a lot of cool plays you can do with a channeled ability, rather. So that's why the Ray of Frost is still locked in. I have not tried Glacial, but most of the time Glacial is not good in Arena just because casting 5 Frostbolts to just cast 1 nuke it's a long build-up. It could be good, especially because you can actually get Icicles quicker now, with icicles getting generated from Flurry as well, so you could maybe make it work on a slower metagame with a Warlock, right? I don't know, maybe, we'll see. Probably not Glacial Spike, but it depends on how the metagame shapes up, right? If the metagame's slower and Mage Lock is in, Glacial Spike's good. If the metagame's fast and Rogue Mage is in, it's not good. So that's kind of how that one works. But anyway, I've been loving Frost. I think it's my favorite spec. Right now, man, look at that. It's looking so sick, dude. Right now, yeah, this is what I'm rolling with. I'm just rolling with Tunnel of Ice and triple Tunnel of Ice on my Azerite traits and Conflict, Major, Lucid, Iris Breath. I really think they should remove Heart of Azeroth and traits so we can test everything without traits. And like, it's really weird having essences and traits on the pre-patch because I'm like, what the heck? Like, I have to try each thing and then change my essences and traits. It's weird. But anyway, Frost has an insane amount of burst, decent consistent pressure, slows. It's pretty dope. I think the Flurry one-shots are cool. That my main concern with Frost is how easy it is. Like, you're literally just pressing Frostbolt, Flurry, Ice Lance. Like, it's a very easy spec. That scares me because I think anyone could just hop on and press Frostbolt and do really well. And it's like, man, I don't want Frost Mage to be the next Demon Hunter, you know what I'm saying? So, so there's that. We're moving on because this video is already 11 minutes. Maybe I'll spend the most time on Frost, but I want to show you guys my breakdown of Fire and what I'm playing on Fire right now. Fire, very similar to Fire before. My Azerite traits are just a Wildfire Blaster Master. I'm running with it. I'm playing G-Pie, Flame Cannon, Priz Cloak. There's no more Temp Shield, which breaks my heart. We do have Mirror Images, though. I put Mirror Image on my Temp Shield keybind because it's like a damage reduction. It's 20% shield wall with mirrors up, so it's really good. Actually, mirrors are insane now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I'm liking Fire right now, to be honest. It's a lot of burst, crazy burst. You can still one-shot people. It's still really fun. It's not easy like Frost, right? Frost, I feel like, is just like spam Frostbolts. Fire, there's a lot going on, right? Fire Blast, like Meteor Combust, Fire Blast, Fire Blast, Fire Blast, Fire Blast, Fire Blast, like lots of different interactive abilities depending on if you crit, depending on if you don't crit. It's not just Frostbolt, right? I think we could still see a Fire metagame, to be honest. If like I don't think G-Pie is gonna be the play. I think Firestarter and Firestarter is gonna be the play. And you basically do a Combust one shot, you play back, you farm another Combust. So very similar to actually how Fire was played beforehand in 3v3. The difference with Fire is we have Arcane Explosion, we have Frostbolt. Okay, Frostbolt, that's a little bit different. And then we have Phoenix Flames. Phoenix Flames doing a little bit of AoE damage. To be honest, Phoenix Flames in Arena like aren't that good because it's AoE and it doesn't do that much damage. I mean, it does okay damage, but it's not a guaranteed crit. So Phoenix Flames, when you're combusting, when they're not stacked, owns, but it also is on global. So it's like, it's a pretty good ability, but it's awkward. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. I think I'd still rather have Deep Freeze Blizzard. Deep Freeze, it's not too late, Blizzard. Yeah, it's probably too late. I can keep wishing though. But yeah, I mean, Fire, very similar to Fire that we had in BFA, right? I'm playing with these talents, right? If you're playing threes, I would play these talents. Nothing else has changed. You're farming Combust or you're pressing G-Pie. I should mention, we're playing with the Gladiator's Medallion now. That's not in the PvP talents anymore. The Gladiator's Medallion, if you didn't know, can be purchased in the Hall of Legends in Orgrimmar right here. So everyone should probably pick up a Trinket because Trinket's pretty strong, even though it's a blue Trinket. It's the only way to actually get out of CC right now. So definitely would recommend. So Fire, huge burst, looking strong, looking very similar to what it was. I could see Fire still being the play. Frost, insane burst, slows, feels better than it was. Now let's move on to Arcane. And Arcane is kind of like... Arcane almost makes me upset with how good it is and how many options we have, because I almost want this for other specs of Frost, okay? So Arcane, I take a deep breath. So Arcane has Mana Gem, okay? Arcane has Temporal Shield, which I'm not even spec'd in right now, but I probably should be. Alright, Arcane has Temporal Shield. Arcane has Greater Invis, which is a 60% wall. It has Mirror Image, which is a 20% wall. It has Alter Time, like every other spec, and Temp. Alright. If that's not enough, Arcane has great consistent pressure, spell steals with no mana cost, great burst. This guy says, I love you. You're in a YouTube video, Andrew. It has great consistent pressure, okay? And with Touch of the Magi, you get 4 Arcane charges instantly, and you can burst huge. So they got Touch of the Magi baseline, Mana Gem baseline, Alter baseline. They're the only spec with Temporal Shield still active. You already get that Greater Invis built-in wall. Alright? The spec I'm going with, by the way, is this. I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, dude, Zar, go Rune of Power and Overpowered, bro. I see huge one-shots. Yes, you can one-shot with that huge. Is it worth it in high-rated arenas? Probably not most of the time. I think Encanners and Enlightened is probably just going to be way more consistent. A lot of the time, your mana is going to be over 70, so you get 8% solid damage, and then here you get 4 to 15%. So between these two talents, you can max out at like 25% increased damage just all the time. Like, what? Like, that's crazy. Rune of Power is going to be an additional 30%, and this is going to be an additional 50%. But this is actually nerfed in Arena, I think, to maybe, I actually should know this, maybe 30 or 40 or something. So, it's not that much more damage to go Rune of Power Overpowered, but you're losing so much consistent pressure. And you're only getting a little bit more burst. So it's like, is it worth it? I don't know, maybe. Maybe you want that little bit more burst to just one-shot people in the opener. If that's the play, if that's what you want to do, go for it. But I think this consistent pressure and then still bursting almost just as hard is like pretty freaking valuable. We'll see though. Like I said, all of this is my initial thoughts going into it, so it's really hard to tell what's actually like gonna be the best. For Arcane, I'm just triple Arcane pummeling, by the way, so I can get those huge missiles, right? So we're Arcane pummeling, amplification, so those missiles, guys, like with clear casting, I'm getting 5% more damage per stack. With amplification, I'm getting 2 additional missiles. Encanners flow more spell power. Arcane barrage with resonance, it just hits harder. Chrono Shift, like, I know Ring of Frost is really good in a lot of situations for like CCing Resto Druids, but man, Chrono Shift has to be like one of the best abilities in the entire game. Like a slow and a sprint is like the biggest gap closer ever, so I love this ability. Arcane Orb, I think for stack generation is probably going to be better than Supernova, but we'll see. I think it's got to be Arcane Orb here. And then, like I said, you could play Enlightened or Overpowered. If you want to go with the meme one-shots, Rune of Power Overpowered. If you want that more consistent pressure and still big one-shots, Enlightened Encanners might be a better option. For your abilities, like, I was playing, and I feel like Temp Shield just isn't necessary almost. Maybe it is. I don't know. I think Mass Invis, Master of Escape, and Arcane Empowerment could be a good idea. Temp Shield almost doesn't seem necessary because we have a 1-minute Alter Time, 2 different shield walls, an Ice Block, Blinks, Chrono Shift. Like, I just feel like having a temp is like an ability that you almost aren't using very often, and Mass Invis helps your partners. So if your partners are dying, maybe play Mass Invis because you can use it for yourself or your partners. If you're dying, maybe pick Temp. I'm not sure. You could also do Mass Invis and Temp and drop Master of Escape, which might be the play. To be honest, I don't even have keybinds for all this stuff because Arcane is just has so many abilities, it's ridiculous. If you guys didn't know, I have some of my keybinds hidden down here. So I literally have full max keybinds and I don't have enough spots for Arcane. It's actually crazy. But yeah, Arcane has so many options, so much burst, so much mobility, so much everything. Arcane is just like, like I said at the start of the Arcane review, it's just like, what? Like, why can't Frost get half of what Arcane got? Why can't Frost get Deep Freeze? Or why can't Frost, why can't we get like old Alter Time back and get a bunch of Ice Lances? And anyway, Arcane looks crazy. It could be the best. Fire looks exactly the same as it was, and it was previously the best. And Frost is like so much burst, so much slow, so much consistent pressure that it makes me feel as if Frost is my favorite. That's the pre-patch right now. I'm really excited to test and learn and try new things. If you guys haven't logged in yet, definitely log in and check out the barber shop in game. You can literally, actually, before I end this video, should I just fly you guys over? It's like so cool. My YouTube editor is gonna get so mad at me. He's gonna be like, dude, this is a review video, bro. All right, just barbershop, like 10 seconds, dude. Look at this. You can do anything like skin colors, skin type, bony, mottled, fresh, for undead, faces. Like this is rad. And then look, male, female. Anyway, it's cool. Check out the barbershop. Lots of things to do. Well, actually not lots of things to do, but lots of things to try in the pre-patch. It's really exciting that there's a new metagame, and there it is. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you did not enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs down. My ultimate, like, what do I end this video on, man? Like, a lot of you guys probably came here like, man, I want to know what the best OP spec is. All 3 specs feel insane, right? Like, all 3 specs feel really good. I honestly don't know which is going to be the best. Right now, Frost feels the juiciest, in my opinion. Frost just feels like, damn, like I can flurry Ice Lance and just one-shot someone, like that's cool. I can build up icicles and just double Ice Lance on that flurry. So I'm gonna be playing Frost right now, but I'm gonna be testing all 3 and keeping you guys up to date. If you guys like the video, hit the subscribe and the bell. Follow me over on Instagram. All right, actually the whole house kind of tours up on Instagram stories, so check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.